So we're back once again and for the final time today. This is round 7, the final Swiss round of this Victory Road Open in Madrid. So we're going to be having Carlos Campello on the bottom screen with the team of Xerneas, Tapulele, Kyogo, Incineroar, Tapu Koko and Gengar, facing off against Antonio Sanchez, who is using Incineroar, Kyogo, Gengar, Togedemaru, Rayquaza and Stakataka. So what do you think of these teams?
The first Xerneas Kyogre I have seen today, but in the upper hand, I think should be positive for Carlos. I remember back in 2016, Xerneas Kyogre was actually approached in order to have a good matchup against Rayquaza Kyogre. So I think I like the matchup for Carlos, especially I think Tapulele Kyogre puts a lot of pressure against Rayquaza's, Antonio's team, especially if Tapulele is actually Scarf. I think it's going to threaten a lot Antonio's team, but I think he could solve it with the Togedemaru. We'll see what item it does carry. Like it could be Sash Togedemaru, it could be AB, could also be Sash Rayquaza, or even maybe like.
Yeah, there's just a ton of options.
Yeah, we see Togedemaru, Kyogre. I don't really like the lead from Carlos, like bringing Coco against Rayquaza, Kyogre plus Togedemaru. Not ideal in my opinion, but
also Incineroar there against that team.
Yeah,
like. I mean, I can understand it's of Gengar fear maybe, but I'm not sure if that justifies bringing it. Like, for example, Tapulele is more certainly choice scarfed, and that would also deal with Gengar, while also, for example, blocking Togedemaru's fake out. So I don't really.
Yeah, like
I'm not really sure about it.
Antonius has such a good matchup lead. Like he can just straight fake out the Incineroar and press Water Spot. I don't think there is discharge on Carlos Tapu Koko, like I really doubt it. So
yeah, I'm actually unsure what's the thought process behind those leads.
Yes,
like, I mean, of course,
I think Kyogre Togedemaru was super safe, but in the other hand, for Carlos, Tapu Koko Incineroar seems like bad lead actually.
Yeah, it looks quite bad. Like now he's forced to basically take the free water spot on his Kyogre, which. Yeah. And like also, for example, fake out, and the electric terrain is actually powering some, like for example, Zing Zap on a Kyogre that's going to do massive amounts of damage. Like that's a fake out going to protect. That's okay, and I'm assuming a water spot. Yes. Yeah. So he's basically eaten up free damage, and even a turn later, he hasn't really gained any momentum. Like it's still on Antonio's favor.
Yeah, like his turn was super safe. Like I think fake out into Incineroar was actually better. Like I guess. Maybe was scared of I don't know, discharge, grass knot, doesn't mean, but anyway, it's not.
That's HP.
Okay, HP ground.
Ground.
Yeah, it's HP ground.
Looks like
the Nuzzle, which is going to do a good amount of damage. Well, no, actually, it does nothing even with the terrain. Sorry about that. And we see a water spout from Carlos Kyogre, which is going to get the knockout onto.
That's a great
Antonio Togedemaru with the grid.
That could be relevant to lowering water spout's power.
Yeah.
I don't think I takes it anyway, but
yeah, that should be dead. Yeah, it is. A knockout on that Tapu Koko. Okay.
Also, hidden power, most presumably ground doing only 50%. That most likely indicates Soul Vested.
Soul Vest, yes, for sure.
That's Xerneas. I mean, even though he's lost the Koko and Kyogre is badly damaged and paralyzed, I actually think that it's not all like lost for Carlos.
Yeah, no, it's
he's actually had he actually has Incineroar in the back, so a late game Xerneas sweep looks very likely.
But the reason it is not a lost game is because there is a
Xerneas, basically. If there's a Xerneas, there's an out.
Yes, there is a way. So yeah, we're likely going to see a Geomancy and a switch out to Incineroar, yes, and that's what actually we see, but.
I mean, Incineroar just gets knocked out anyway.
Yeah, it does get knocked out. But if he doesn't have a Stakataka in the back, I think Carlos could actually win this. Could.
He needs to play it. He needs to play it well, but yeah.
Yeah, he definitely needs to play it well.
So
He might go for Swordsness though, like Antonio's Rayquaza.
yeah, it would be a pretty decent position to go for it.
Yeah.
And also like Water Spout, now that it's in Delta Stream out of rain, if it's maybe Assault Vested Incineroar or something, it might actually take it.
Yeah, that's correct.
Let's throw an Ascent onto Xenius. Not really anything surprising there.
Okay,
We're going to see the damage.
Xerneas, which does
That's
barely 50%.
Yeah, that
We
just.
see the Geomancy. Okay, that's important.
I think
wonder
Water
how much
Spout-
it's going to do.
yeah.
Like maybe 15%, 20% into Xerneas.
Yeah, it's going to.
And I don't think it's.
It doesn't leave it on. Yeah, it doesn't leave it on extreme speed range. But looking at the damage, I actually think that that Rayquaza is most likely Focus Sash. So
Yes,
like
yeah, for
Rayquaza
sure.
can always 1v1 that
It's
Xerneas now.
definitely not Choice Band. Like,
Yeah,
we
definitely
can
not.
definitely assume that.
I don't think this knocks out in general. I mean,
No, it doesn't. And
Wow,
this
it definitely
actually
doesn't.
Yeah,
This is
it's
definitely
actually
AV.
Yes.
And by looking at the damage, I actually think he could be risking like something like protecting now and U-turning
Yes.
to break the sash.
Yes.
That would be very safe, but he could also get red by it and just like extreme speed Water Spout, for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah, but I mean, he has safe fake out. Although I think Antonio is going to double protect, and he switches out the Incineroar and brings in the Kyogre, and this might be good.
Maybe he's just sacrificing the Ogre while protecting to then get the new fake out, but I don't actually think Kyogre gets knocked out. Yeah, I don't think it gets knocked out. Maybe he's like pumping, so pumping his fist,
pumping
so he
off.
might just double protect, so not much to celebrate, I guess.
Yes,
But maybe he's now just going to Moonblast at the Kyogre and switching Incineroar, so now it's like -2 Rayquaza, but I actually think Dazzling might be more optimal.
yes, it is more optimal, but
I don't actually think
it's
he's in a better position now. Like,
no, he's not in a better position. Like,
yeah,
if Kyogre gets if Kyogre is down and his last one is Takataka, the game is over. Like,
basically.
yeah. But you have a mind game now. Yeah.
Yeah, they protect games, and also if Incineroar is coming or not, and yeah. Also, of course, Rayquaza is just like still its Focus Sash is intact, so but it's presumably
Yes,
Focus Sash.
yes,
Like,
intact,
I mean,
yes.
maybe it's then I don't know, like, but it just looks like
Yeah.
Jelly Berry or something. But no, definitely
Okay,
not.
so we see the protect on
Yeah.
Xerneas and from Carlos, and we see the Dragon Ascent which goes
That goes
into
into
that
the over,
Kyogre,
yeah.
and that I think that's going to seal the deal.
On Antonio's side,
Yes. Especially if it has the Takataka as I mentioned earlier in the back. I don't think.
I mean, maybe he doesn't, but I don't see a reason why you wouldn't bring it. Maybe he was afraid of like Ogre, but the rest of the team doesn't really damage Takataka
Yeah,
for
exactly.
everything. So, yeah. And also by paralyzing the opposing character, was just like, okay, so now you move less, you move the last, and you don't always move. So like, they get more chances to knock you out.
Yeah, right. I think he should have attacked with Xerneas.
Yeah, I actually think so. Maybe he was afraid though of like
I mean, it was a mind game, but
yeah.
but I think you should have attacked with both, and then trying to win with Incineroar.
I'm not sure if it's.
Now, if you
it's
attack with
over?
both, what over? Yes, I think it's over. Yes. But yeah, I was about to mention that if you attack with Xerneas and you attack with Kyogre, then your Kyogre gets knocked out and your Xerneas also gets knocked out because it's single target Origin Pulse in Primordial Sea. So
Yeah, you're
like-
right. Rayquaza protects. I mean, maybe Carlos called it and doubled on the over, or maybe it's just a double protect.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is a double
that's
protect
just
again.
super
Yeah,
safe.
yeah, it's safe. Like,
Yeah, because
I
now
guess-
he's basically forced to Dazzling Gleam.
yeah, I guess Carlos could win if there is misses. Like,
Yeah,
that's the only way. Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, it would require the Kyogre to use Opals, for example.
I mean, he won't use Water Spot because he's going to.
Take damage.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
It hasn't revealed Scald though. No, I
Yeah,
don't
he hasn't
know.
really Origin Pulse, Water Spot, Protect, and I guess the last move.
Okay, yeah, it
Ice
might be
Beam
Ice
or
Beam, yeah.
Thunder, yeah.
Definitely.
So yeah,
Yeah, Mrs. could save it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's-
I mean, I actually
I'm
think that the
thinking-
only
I'm
play is like,
thinking-
yeah, Dazzling Gleam and you turning onto Rayquaza and hoping it misses
Yes,
or something.
that's it.
Or that they click Water Spout and then it just does like 20%. But
maybe Water Spot plus Dragon Ascent is enough to actually KO the Xerneas, and There is actually okay. He goes for the moon.
He was for Moonblast, not Yoga, I'm assuming. So that might not even knock out.
Yeah, it doesn't even knock out. Okay. That's not very good.
No.
Yeah, it is not good.
-2 Dragon, it might actually live it, but it's just in range of his speed and it so like it just game over. Yeah, I think it got it takes it. Yeah, but the game's basically over. I'm not really sure. Like that's the opposite.
Okay.
That's the miss he actually needed. So.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't. I mean, no, it's in range, so it doesn't take it. But yeah.
If he actually went for dazzling him. No.
He would have still need. Yeah, he would have still need the miss on the instant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't it on both ends? Like
actually on both.
Yes.
Actually, yeah. I mean, it was his out, so he had to play for it, but he didn't seem to realize it was actually an out, basically.
Okay, and now we see the stream speed.
I don't actually think he needed to reveal it.
I mean, no, it wasn't needed.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I mean, if you reveal the stream speed, you don't reveal
really
your potential.
Exactly.
That was what I was about to mention. So, yeah.
So that's game 1 for Antonio, and he's just basically one game away, of course, to move on 5 and 2.
Exactly.
The winner gets to the top cut tomorrow. The loser goes home with nothing, basically.
It's like winner pass, basically.
Basically. And it's actually 9 p.m. here in Spain. It's been a day full of Pokemon, basically. One of Spain's biggest tournaments of the year, actually, and we've got almost 60 players. And the first one in the Ultra Series, or one of the first one, I think there was a trivia challenge last week, but I don't know.
It's the biggest one. It's the biggest
basically
tournament
we're gonna
have in Spain so far. So
and so far we've seen. Great amount of play. Tomorrow's of course the top cut, so it's going to be a next to top cut. All players making
the big day,
exactly. All players making it.
Yeah, we're going to have really exciting matchups. So with the players, of course.
We'll be posting stats and everything tomorrow and the days to come up, of course. But back to the game.
Have all the information on Victory Road on their website and on their Twitter as well. You have it down below on the overlay. And we are going to
game 2 of this final round match. So both players should be hands.
I hope Carlos doesn't bring Tapu Koko again. Like he brought Koko.
I think he will learn from his mistakes.
Thank you.
Definitely. This looks much better.
Yeah, way better. I think Carlos repeats the same lead, which is smart.
It was safe in the beginning.
Yes, it was safe for sure. Sidey terrain is going to prevent Toyamaru from using Fake Out. In case you guys don't know, it blocks priority moves. That's Tapu Lele's ability, and we see that Kyogre's from Carlos is actually faster than Antonio's. We actually saw that in the last game, but I wanted to mention that again. And we basically just see the
two primers there. Long animations. Half of the games are just animations,
basically. And Toyamaru is still in the finest spot, I think.
We can take anything in that is strong.
Exactly. And
it will manage to paralyze one of the two.
Yeah, for sure. And we see then Nature Madness, which goes straight into the Toyamaru. I think he wants to get rid of it turn 1, and we see the Nuzzle, which goes into the Tapu Lele. Okay, that's not the best for Antonius. I think Kyogre is actually more annoying than Tapu Lele. That does so much, and it might have been a crit. It is a crit indeed, and that's very good for Carlos. He goes for Origin Pulse. Antonio goes for Origin Pulse, and that might get the knockout onto. No, it doesn't. Barely hands-on with 7 HP. And he brings in the Rayquaza. Okay, Rayquaza is in quite a good spot, I think. Might be, no, I was going to say that it could be in range of Dragon Ascent, but no, I think this Kyogre is oriented.
It's defensively built,
Yes, exactly. So,
I actually think just protecting the ogre and letting Lele go down to the Anno Pulse or something like that, it's actually...
If it goes for Swords Dance, then...
Exactly. But, I mean... I don't really think there's anything that can switch in safely to a Dragon Ascent and all balls there.
There is no safe switching.
Like these smart plays, of course, was dancing, but
in like Carlos' team doesn't have a safe switch in
To anything.
Yeah, like from
From that team, of course,
yes,
yeah.
from Antonio's Pokemon on the field right now.
There's no
Basically, no
substitution.
switching to Dragon Ascent Plus or Asian Pulse, and
That does
he
a lot.
takes the Dragon Ascent, but
Imagine an Ice Beam has got,
yes,
I mean, after the drops, even though it fractures the resistance, it's going to basically, I think, drop it to the Sash.
yes,
Yeah,
let's
it
see
should.
if that's a Sash. Yeah, there is a Sash, so we see that, and I guess
That should be just, that's a spout.
sorry, what a spot. I don't think that's going to knock out. Yeah, it
go on.
doesn't.
That's...
He's sad, or
he's just upset about it.
yeah. I think he might have
preferred both to get knocked out.
go
Yeah.
down,
They might have just used Xerneas and Incineroar in the back.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
But you can still, like, I don't know, bring Xerneas and protect. Oh,
Okay,
that's
that's
Gengar.
Gengar, okay.
No, one of the two is not there. So that's interesting. Of course, Gengar just like can basically get rid of Rayquaza whenever it wants.
Yeah.
And because of the terrain is no longer active. Sorry, the
I
terrain is
know.
active. Kyogre cannot get knocked out by Extreme Speed.
I don't know why Carlos was sad about
What happened?
not being knocked out with on Kyogre. Like if he has, if Antonio does have the stack attack in the back, I don't think he has enough power to actually beat stack attacker with the Gengar and Xerneas.
He basically needs Kyogre to
Yeah,
get
exactly.
rid of
That's my point. So
Yeah.
I don't know why he was sad. He might not have thought at all about stack attack, and he might just think that he has Gengar in the back. Let's
And
find out.
Let's find out. Yeah.
Okay, he has stack attacker.
Oh, he's actually celebrating.
Okay.
he just kissed the camera, I guess.
Sent a kiss to her girlfriend.
Girlfriend, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually sorry. She's actually smiling. So okay,
You cannot see it, but we can.
that was funny.
Gengar protects. Yeah. I was also maybe expecting something like a substitute that would make sense. Oh, that is called.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
goes
that's
into
very
the
smart.
Rayquaza slot, which is
Yeah.
the stack attacker.
But-
That's huge, and we see the Ice Beam which goes
Okay, that's
into the Kyogre. Is that going to pick up the knockout?
Yeah.
It does pick up the knockout.
But I actually
Okay.
think Carlos is just in a winning
Yes,
in the
he's-
winning spot
Yeah, he
now.
just
yeah.
shower balls and geomancies, and
Yeah.
the game is
and he's
over.
basically won. Yeah.
That was very smart, but I don't know if that was needed from Antonio's end. Like,
I think it would just like allow Rayquaza to go down and
Yes,
then safely
exactly,
switching
yeah.
with stack. Like
if
once you
get rid
KO
of- yes,
over, you
yes,
won the
exactly,
game.
exactly. That's the point.
Yeah.
I think it was a mistake which he will not have to repeat in game 3 in order to.
I actually think
beat
almost
Carlos.
all games have won to game 3 today. Like
yeah, most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the last one we commentated.
yeah, it was a tier
yeah,
one.
2-0. Yeah.
There we go. The
Yeah, we
Shadow
see the
Ball knocks it
Shadow
out.
Geomancy, and
Yeah,
that
just
definitely.
does it. Yep.
Yeah, it does it. So we're going to go to game 3 to finish up today.
Yep. Final game of the day.
Yeah, final game of the day.
Final set of the day, and yep. It's been a long, tiring day, but you know, Xerneas is still there to
Yes.
make us just, I don't know, smile, I guess.
Yeah.
Some of you cry as well.
Maybe there is a way for Antonio, but I don't think even if with a crit,
I mean,
there is no rain.
Exactly. He needs quite some crits.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't even get it to
No.
Gengar. Yeah. Not even close.
Nah, he just
And that's
has
very-
the dazzling aim and
Yeah.
shower ball or slash bomb the Kyogre, and
Basically.
that's going to be it for game 2. So
So we're basically, yeah, that's 1-1. They have both tied, and I don't know.
I think some small mistakes which Antonio did was first one was paralyzing the Tapulele. I
Instead
think
of
it
the
was
Uber?
yes instead of the Kyogre. I think that was a mistake.
Actually,
And then
Moonblasted.
bringing in the stack attacker on Rayquaza's slot, that was not good at all, and that made him lose the game in the end. So
Yeah.
But so far quite intense set.
Yeah, also quite quick games, you know.
Yeah, quick
not
games.
really drained out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I actually really like the new adjustments Carlos made. He definitely
Yes, I
realized
agree.
his
Yeah.
mistakes from game 1, like
Yeah.
definitely. But I actually think we're going to see Antonio switch things up and just, you know,
Yes.
change a bit his game plan. So
I
that's going
think-
to be the key, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I think he could he could bring the same Pokemon, but just instead play better. Like as I point out earlier, he did
Yeah,
some
that's
small,
was a
small
mistake,
mistakes, small mistakes, but if he didn't make them, I think he would have come out on top, and then he would be 5-2 and we wouldn't be seeing this
Game 3. Yeah.
this game 3. Yes. So yeah,
That's
I'm
all.
excited for game 3. That's
I mean,
the last game of the day. So
yeah, last game of the day. So I don't know, just in the chat, I don't know, just post who you want to win. Press 1 for Carlos, press 2 for Antonio.
yeah, press 1 for Carlos and press 2 for Antonio.
And
who do you want to win? And
wow,
yeah,
they both definitely know what they want to do.
Yeah.
They're both tired. They just want to go home. I mean, one of them wants to come back tomorrow. The other one wants to, but won't be able to.
Who won't be able to?
The winner.
Oh,
the winner
yes.
comes and the loser doesn't.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
That was funny.
So we've got Tapolele Kayoga. Yeah, that makes perfect sense there. And I don't know what's in the back. I definitely think Carlos needs to realize he needs to preserve his ogre, basically. Like, always the key to win. And seeing Antonio's lead the same
I
the
think
3 games.
Antonio basically repeat the same
Game plan, really.
game plan. Yes, he thought, okay, I did this mistake. I do not have to repeat it, and I will be able to win. So, yeah.
I'm actually curious if Tapulele's got something, I don't know, that can 2-hit KO Togedemaru, so like he could maybe, I don't know, just try and attack it, then protect, and then attack it again to avoid the nuzzle, or where he just needs to sacrifice something to get nuzzled, basically.
I think you attack with Kyogre.
Yeah,
on Antonio's end,
that
but
depends.
But on Carlos, it's tricky. Like, I think he definitely does not want to get paralyzed, but is there a way to actually prevent that? Like,
I don't actually think he can. I mean, maybe if he's got Quaco in the back, but then he just like gets knocked out.
like,
I don't think he does. Yeah,
Yes.
It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, no. He'll have to get paralyzed and.
Yeah, I actually think it would be smart to Nature's Madness at the Kyogre instead of the Togedemaru, which was what he did on game 1. But he actually goes into Togedemaru again.
Online Nature Madness. I think Sideshock.
That's Endeavor. That's new,
Yeah.
and that makes things much more interesting. Wow.
Yeah, okay, he goes for a Scald. Okay, that's
Kind of saw it coming,
Yeah.
I guess.
somehow he might have got information.
Ooh, maybe.
but maybe, yeah.
Ooh, but that
obviously
water
one
spout's going to
spot,
be
okay.
spicy spout.
Yes, that's
That
big.
oof.
That's very big, and
Basically-
happy for sure. Like really clutch turn from Antonio's end, and super well played. And yeah, he's not going to get paralyzed, but instead he's going to eat some damage.
Ooh.
And we see the Gengar. Okay.
So this is not over yet by any means. Of
No,
course, his speed is not usable because of the psychic terrain.
Yes.
So Rayquaza, if he wants to basically attack with anything, it's going to be doing Dragon Ascent. So that's something. I'm also concerned about the moveset of in Gengar. If it's got sub, it might actually be able to buy some turns.
Yeah.
Maybe if not, he just has to start spamming attacks,
Yes,
trying to
basically.
get special defense
I
drops.
think
Or
it's really difficult at this point
Yeah.
for Carlos.
that was a devastating turn 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
turn 1 was really bad. Yeah, it was quite bad.
So yeah, I actually think like Kyogre is basically the key if he wants to knock out Stack Attacker. So he needs to preserve it at some point.
Yes. But I
Um,
don't think there's any way to actually preserve it, even by switching out. Like Xerneas is going to go down. I think we can assume that Xerneas is in the back.
Yeah.
I think they both repeat the gameplay from game 2.
yeah. Maybe we're going to see like protecting from the ogre and like Gengar trying to, I don't know, or break the sash or lower Kyogre's damage output, because we know that Opals doesn't get it. So
Okay,
maybe
we see the
reducing the
slash bomb
spout.
into
Ooh.
Rayquaza.
Okay, that's interesting. It goes over for Sand, but it goes into Gengar. That's smart. If that KOs Gengar, which presumably could,
Yeah,
that could
sure.
also avoid like using Disable next turn, for example. So, ooh,
Yeah, it does KO.
that
And
KOs it.
this might be Ice Wing into Rayquaza, but this will be Ice Wing for sure from
No.
Antonio into Kyogre, and that's going to pick up the knockout. And if the last one is Xerneas from Carlos, and the last one for Antonio is actually the Stack Attacker, this
That-
will be it. So we see the water spot. Okay, so
Yeah, that
water
just
spot,
gonna do
Ice
it.
Beam, whatever you wanted, but not Origin Pulse. You don't want to miss that.
Would have been sad, definitely.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, I think
Final one on
Yeah.
Carlos. Can Xerneas do it?
Can't
Of course,
Xerneas do it. I
If,
don't
if
think
there's someone
he
that can do it, that's all Xerneas.
Is that Incineroar? No, this
That's
is
a stack.
Attacker.
So, I know. Please reveal HP ground or something.
Yeah,
Please spice it up.
Reveal HP ground, crit. No HP ground. Sorry about that. Just go for Focus Blast and
Focus blast. There we go.
Yeah, that would be fun.
That would be fun. Yeah.
But no, I think.
I don't really think so. There's a geomancy though. I mean, just for show off, I guess.
Yeah,
Just,
I mean, I guess he's trying. I don't know. Potential protect on Carlos and on Antonio's end from that stack attacker, but no.
I mean, I don't really think that there was any out.
No,
really.
no, he just tried that, which is respectable
Yeah.
for sure. And we see the water spot, and
That's not going
we
to
might
be
see a
much.
trick instead of gyro, but I think he's just
Ooh,
going for
that actually did
gyro.
way more than expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally.
And Gerald just does it.
Yeah, so that's going to be 5-2 for Antonio, and he's going to make it to day 2, which is going to be held tomorrow. So yeah,
Tomorrow.
tomorrow it's going to be day 2 best of 3,
of course.
Yes,
it's going to be all players getting 5 or few, like 2 or fewer losses, so like 5-2, 6-1, and 7-0, and it's going to be around 14.